中国での1ヶ月はまさに悪夢でした。ある外国人女性は街中の無礼な態度や顔の前でくしゃみをされるなどの不衛生な行為に完全に絶望し、もう二度と戻らないと宣言しました。
I finally left China. I was probably most excited to go to China, and I was the most let down by China. I did not enjoy it at all. I'm actually surprised that I stayed there for the whole month, like looking back, but yeah, I wanted to give it a good shot and hope that it would get better along the way, and it just wasn't for me. It really wasn't for me. I found the people really, really rude. Probably the rudest in any country that I've ever travelled to. This got controversial on my last video. When I said China's not clean, yeah, there is some litter on the floor, like, God, like, kill me. And I didn't take a picture of a Coke can on the floor, like, whatever. But I more meant, it's more of a people thing. Spitting right next to people, going, like doing whatever that is. Burping, farting. For me, that is absolutely grim. I'm so sorry. I don't think that's culture. I don't think like burping in someone's face is culture. I just think that's rude. I just think that's, I don't know what I think that is, but I didn't like it. You know, you're sitting there in a queue. Not really in a queue, they don't queue in China, do they? But like, you're standing in a lump of people and people just burping in your face, coughing, sneezing. I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I'm surprised I didn't get ill. The food situation is insane for me. Like, there's no options. It's just really like, how do I word it? Like, hanging dead animals in the street. That's basically just the way that you see the food being prepped, just dangling in the street whilst everyone's coughing, and it's just, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. Salamander, like, I'm sorry, I'm not eating that. I don't know if we still need to be eating that, but it was on pretty much every menu. I also think from sort of research, China looks like it's going to be really futuristic and like crazy when you get here. It's just like any other city, to be totally honest. Like, you look at a city like, you're like, wow, that's cool. After like 2 days, okay. And I can't think of anything else right now, but I think those are just a few things that I did not like about China. So when people are commenting saying, oh, the government aren't going to let you back in, I don't care. I don't want to go back in. Didn't like it. I'm not a fan at all.
レストランの店内で他人の迷惑を一切考えずに大声で電話やビデオ通話をする人々。静かに食事を楽しむことすら不可能です。
There's one thing I'll never get used to in China. It's people speaking really loudly on their phones in restaurants. Like, is it really that hard to go outside? Now, this is not me saying China needs to change to Western values. It's just any country should do that. Like, it just annoys people. It annoys Chinese people. There's people around me whilst he's been on the phone shouting away, looking over going, just please shut up. Like, it's really not that hard. I'm in a bit of a grump.
外国人への高い壁です。英語は全く通じず、地図アプリも役に立ちません。不安定な VPN に頼るしかなく、怪しい客引きに囲まれ、まるで現代社会から完全に孤立したような恐怖を味わいます。
Okay, so I'm in Shanghai. I walked around in the city at night, and it's just really hard because obviously you have to kind of plan everything before because no one speaks English, but not everything's on the maps. And then also my phone like just is deciding when it's working and not working, and I'm using a VPN and everything, but sometimes it's working fine and then sometimes it's not. So like yesterday I was out and then it just stopped working, so then I was like, right, well, I have no clue what's going on. So yeah, I'm finding it a little bit difficult at the moment. We're just having another walk around today. It's raining, given England weather, Christ. And if one more person asks if I want to buy fake stuff, I'm going to explode because it's happened probably about 187 times now. Yeah, it's not ideal.
そして決定的なのが、信じがたいマナーの欠如です。室内での非常識な喫煙、足元で響く不快なつばつきの音、さらに電車やエレベーターで降りる人を待たずに我先にと押し寄せる群衆。これがリアルな日常なのです。
I live in China. Share some things that I don't like so much about living here. The very first thing is the smoking. Smoking's very normal here, and it's not just so much on the street, but sometimes if you go out to a bar or even some restaurants, people will just be smoking cigarettes inside. And I was not used to this, and the smell kind of makes me nauseous. And people say, well, you can just tell them to stop smoking, but as a foreigner here, I'm very much a guest, so I don't really want to be the person to say, stop smoking, I don't like that. Okay, the second thing is the spitting here. There's a lot of spitting that happens on the street, and I'm almost wondering if this is a result of all of the smoking and then maybe also the history of air pollution. It is a lot of the older generation that does the spitting. I see not so much the younger, but it is kind of shocking. You'll just be on the street and you hear this before you see it. Just kind of the sound of somebody spitting is a little bit jarring to me. And the last thing I've noticed that in elevators and subway cars, if you're trying to get out, everybody is trying to rush in at the same time. So it feels a little chaotic. It's kind of like you just have to embrace the chaos and go your own way.
しかし、その絶望の後に隣国の日本を訪れると、世界観が完全に覆ります。ゴミ一つない清潔な街並み、誰もが静かに列を作る礼儀正しさ、道端で唾を吐く人もいません。
Japan is without a doubt one of my favorite countries in the world. From the incredible food, the architecture, and just general things to do, it's safe to say that you will never get bored in a place like Japan. The country is huge, and if you're a first-time visitor, you're gonna need to pick just a few cities to visit that make it easy. Luckily for you, with the incredible bullet trains, going across the Japanese mainland is incredibly fast. For a first-time visitor, I recommend the cities of Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, with a day trip to visit the Nara Deer if you can when you're in Kyoto. In Tokyo, you could visit the famous electronic town, get lost in the streets of Shinjuku, and see the world's largest pedestrian crossing in Shibuya. Osaka is famous for its many restaurants and shopping streets. Seeing the Osaka Castle here is an absolute must as well. And then we get to Kyoto, the old imperial capital of Japan and one of the most beautiful places that I have ever been. Complete with incredible shrines, temples, and architecture, Kyoto is a favorite for many people that visit. While these are just a few of the many places around Japan, visiting here is simply a dream come true for many people.
Here are 3 things in Japan that'll absolutely give an American a heart attack coming from an American who lived there for over 3 months. First up is you can actually rent people in Japan. You can rent a girlfriend, you can rent a boyfriend, you can even rent a grandpa or even a family for the entire day. You can actually go to different websites like Osan Rental and actually find somebody who fits whatever it is you need. So if you're looking for just a buddy for the day, if you want a tour guide who's more knowledgeable about the country, or if you just want to hang out with an old man for the day, you can do that. And as for the family, it's more so like a foreign exchange program that you're paying for. When I was with my Japanese family, we cooked dinner together, we talked, we told stories, we played games, and honestly, it went so well that I actually have plans to go visit them again sometime soon. The number 2 culture shock that Americans will experience is the lack of English. Now, of course, you're in Japan, you're obviously going to hear Japanese, but in most countries around the world, you can hear a little bit of English, but Japan is one of those places to where depending on where you go, you will hear 0 English, which honestly for me wasn't that bad. It actually helped me learn Japanese really fast, and I was able to conversate within a couple weeks of being there. And if you don't believe me, I had never been to Japan before, and this was me after 3 weeks of being in the country. 私の仕事はソーシャルメディアです。はい。どこの出身ですか？僕は京都ですね。Kyoto, hi. And finally, the last thing that blew my mind was how safe it is compared to being in the US. And if you want to know how safe it is, I can use 2 different examples. Number 1 is the fact that kids as early as 5 or 6 years old can walk to school and walk home completely by themselves. And the parents not only trust people not to kidnap their kids, but they also trust people in the community to help them out if they need it. And number 2, you can walk into any Apple store and just pick up a device and walk around with it. No cords, no nothing. And honestly, this alone is definitely not happening anywhere in the US.
So I've been living in Japan for 6 months, but I just went and returned from America, and something I was asked was, what are the biggest culture shocks since I've been here? And actually, I did a lot of research before I came here, so there aren't many, but here's a few things that I did notice. For one, I thought I was gonna be here eating strawberries all the time because Japanese strawberries are so good, but for one, fruit is expensive, and I forgot how expensive life feels when you don't have a job. And number 2, they don't sell strawberries outside of strawberry season, which is just strange for an American because I can buy a strawberry anytime throughout the whole year. And the second thing I want to talk about is one day I was walking with my boyfriend and it was the middle of summer, so 100 degrees and super humid, like worse than Florida heat. And I saw some guy wearing like a puff jacket, and right away I was suspicious because I used to work at a luxury mall, so if we saw someone with a jacket in the winter, we're like, oh, he's shady, he's gonna steal something from a store, we better keep a lookout for him. That is my toxic tainted American brain. Because little did I know, they have jackets with fans in them so they puff up to keep themselves cool in the summer. That's crazy to me. That my mind would go straight towards criminal, you know?
どこに行っても美味しくて安全な絶品の日本食と言葉の壁を越える温かいおもてなし、あのストレス大国から逃れてきた外国人は日本の当たり前に感動し涙を流すのです。真の天国はここ日本にありました。
If you're looking for an amazing omakase experience in Tokyo, you have to go to this restaurant. And here's why. They offer free sushi refills of anything you want. And I'm talking uni, ikura, maguro for days. And this is on top of their 15-course menu, which was honestly incredible. It starts with a free glass of champagne, followed by appetizers, crispy tempura, unagi and tuna hand rolls, and then so much sushi. They even started pouring ikura to our rolls like crazy. Everything here was so good. And the staff were super friendly too, which made the whole experience even better. And for dessert, we got to choose our own ice cream like this. This place was honestly one of the best omakase meals I've ever had, and it's surprisingly affordable. So the next time you're in Tokyo and you're craving some sushi, definitely check this place out.
I'm about to try udon noodles for the very first time, and I'm in Japan, baby. Oh, this is exciting. Right, that is so good. Udon, guys. 9 out of 10. Make sure you follow along if you want to see the rest of the food I eat on this journey.
If you ever go to Tokyo, Japan, and you want to eat the best Japanese food ever, then you have to visit the Tsukiji Fish Market. It's an iconic food market in Tokyo that sells all kinds of Japanese food, from the freshest seafood to the yummiest desserts. And my mom and I tried almost everything they sell here, so here's everything we ate at Tsukiji Market. We first started by getting the famous Japanese eggs on a stick. It's called tamago, and my mom could not stop raving about these after her first trip to Japan. The way they make these eggs is so cool, but what's even better is the texture and the flavor of these eggs. Guys, I'm telling you, the eggs are so soft that they almost feel like custard, but the flavor is actually what shocked me. The eggs have the perfect amount of sweetness that it almost feels like you're eating dessert, guys. Next, we got a ginormous cracker with an entire shrimp inside. I swear they took the name shrimp cracker to the next level, because they take an entire shrimp and place it in the center of the cracker, and then they press it so that all the juices and the flavor of the shrimp spread everywhere. And even this little piece in the corner tastes so much like shrimp. But come early because the line can get pretty long here. Then we got our favorite inari sushi. It's fried tofu skin filled with rice, and it's topped with the most amazing toppings. My mom and I chose uni and the freshest salmon roe we've ever seen. We thought we had really good salmon roe and uni before, but guys, trust me, you haven't had good seafood until you come to Japan. And speaking of fresh seafood, I got more uni and this giant oyster. Hands down, the best oyster I've ever had in my life. It was so plump and juicy, but nothing so far beats this insane sashimi bowl that I got from one of the restaurants in the market. I mean, this tuna belly just instantly melted in my mouth, and the whole bowl was only $25, guys. Speaking of super buttery and melty things, my mom and I finally tried wagyu for the first time, and thank goodness our first time was in Japan, because that instantly disappeared in my mouth. And to finish, we had this authentic matcha latte.
Supposedly down this alley is the best omakase in all of Tokyo. We're getting escorted into the house of the sushi chef. Oh my god. This is a huge vibe. You walk through the Zen garden to get to the sushi counter. The omakase spot is run by a 4th generation sushi master, and it's $900 a seat. Yoshi, what's up?
Yeah.
How long have you been making sushi for?
Maybe 25 years.
This morning we went to the fish market with Yoshi, picked out all of our fish. He came back and he prepared it for us at his house.
That's the same pot. Now we're gonna start cutting here.
This is the highest quality grade tuna you can get in Japan. This is one of the reasons I flew to Japan, was to try this man's sushi.
Once you eat it, melting in your mouth.
Wow. Yoshi, are you kidding me? Those were the best pieces of tuna I've ever had in my life. Sea urchin, Yoshi picked out at the fish market this morning at 7 a.m. and then brought it back to his house. Oh, Toro uni hand roll. Oh my god, that bite should be illegal. During halftime at the omakase, they put on a traditional geisha dancing show.
Alright, loser has to take a shot of sake. No!
Oh, yes, you have. Okay. Arigato. Yes. Thank you very much.
It looks amazing.
Here's part 2 of the top 10 things I ate on my 3-week trip across Japan as someone who planned his entire trip around trying the best foods. I'm gonna let you know where to go and what to get. So on my last video, I shared numbers 6 through 10, so now it's time for the top 5. Number 5 is soft serve from a brand called Cremia, and while they don't have actual stores, you can get it at many places across Japan. You can tell a place sells Cremia soft serve from the iconic cone that it's on, which is almost more like a sugar cookie. This is the best soft serve I've ever had. The vanilla isn't actually vanilla, it's milk flavored and it's incredible. Never had anything like it and I had it every chance I could. Number 4 is at the Tsukiji Market in Tokyo. Yes, there will be a line for the popular tuna nigiri stand, but it moves fast and it's so incredibly worth it. You won't find fresher tuna than this. Also, this tray was like $15 US. And if you missed it, I made a full video on where to eat at the Tsukiji market if you're interested. Number 3 is Imo Pipi in Tokyo, which specializes in Japanese sweet potato. Their creme brulee sweet potato was insane. The custard perfect and sweet potato is so creamy and dense that it's an absolute must get. And if you want an amazing sweet potato just as is, go to Tsubo Yakima in Ginza, which only sells one thing, slow roasted Japanese sweet potatoes. That's it. The number 2 bite of food is one I had to wait over 1 hour in line for because their entire restaurant only has like 8 seats. It's Tonkatsu Marusuchi in Tokyo for their katsudon, which is pork katsu, scrambled eggs, and rice. This might be the best fried pork I've ever had, and mixed with the soft scrambled eggs and rice, I'll dream about this dish. Doesn't matter how long you have to wait, go. And before I share the number 1 dish, I have to run through some honorable mention which just missed out on the top 10 list. Yoshi Cola in Tokyo makes a freshly made cola which was a favorite of mine. Jirafa in Tokyo makes something called a curry pan, which is a crispy deep fried milk bread filled with a rich umami Japanese curry and gooey mozzarella cheese. It was so crispy, light, flavorful, you gotta try it. Our favorite matcha from the trip was from Hatoya Matcha in Tokyo. Both Christy and I agreed this was our favorite. Definitely get it with the matcha cold foam, that's key. And of course, the 7-Eleven egg salad sando has to be on this list. The hype is real. And pro tip, add a Family Mart fried chicken for the ultimate cheap, delicious sandwich. And I can't forget, the melon in Japan is just next level. You gotta try it. It's 100 times better than the one in the States. Just listen to the juice level. And my number 1 eat from Japan is from this spot in Kyoto, Menya Inoichi. They make ramen, but this isn't normal ramen, it's Michelin rated ramen. I got the dark soy ramen with grilled A4 Wagyu beef. In a country with so many great eats, this was my favorite bite and spoonful of the trip. The chefs here are just ramen magicians. I traveled 24 hours back to Kyoto just for this. But not everything in Japan was a hit. In my next video, I'm going to share some popular spots in Japan that I personally thought were overrated, so make sure to follow for more food adventures.